As you can see, these two supermassive black holes are locked in a death spiral, circling each other, getting closer every single year, heading toward a collision so massive it would shake the fabric of space itself. And until now, we had absolutely no way to find them. These hidden black hole pairs are some of the most elusive objects in the entire universe. Invisible, untraceable, completely undetectable by any telescope we've ever built. But scientists just figured out a way to catch them. Not by looking at the black holes directly, by watching the stars behind them flicker. Why these black holes are so hard to find. Let's start with something most people don't know. Almost every large galaxy in the universe has a supermassive black hole sitting at its very center. Our Milky Way has one. It's called Sagittarius A star. Other galaxies have their own, often millions or even billions of times heavier than our sun. Now here's where it gets interesting. Galaxies don't just sit still in the universe. They move, they collide, they merge with other galaxies all the time. It's actually one of the main ways galaxies grow. And when two galaxies merge, their central black holes eventually find each other. Pulled together by gravity over millions of years, the two supermassive black holes slowly spiral closer and closer until they become what astronomers call a supermassive black hole binary. Two giant black holes bound together orbiting each other. This is actually expected to be incredibly common across the universe. Galaxy mergers happen constantly, so these binary black hole systems should be everywhere. But here's the problem. We've barely found any of them. Astronomers have spotted a handful of widely separated pairs, black holes that are still far apart from each other, slowly approaching over enormous timescales. Those are relatively easier to detect because they're large, distinct, and far enough apart that we can sometimes see both of them individually. But the tightly bound pairs, the ones that are close together, locked in a fast, tight orbit, getting ready to eventually merge, those have been almost impossible to find. Not because they're rare, scientists believe they should be common, but because of a simple, frustrating reason. Black holes don't emit light. By definition, nothing escapes them, not even light itself. So you can't just point a telescope at one and see it glowing. You have to find some indirect way of detecting its presence, usually by looking at how it affects the matter around it. And when you have two supermassive black holes incredibly close together, both completely dark, finding them becomes one of the hardest problems in modern astronomy. The new method, how scientists just cracked this. This is where a team of researchers from the University of Oxford and the Max Planck Institute for Gravitational Physics, also called the Albert Einstein Institute, come into the story. Led by physicist Bence Coxis, along with researchers Hangxi Wang and Miguel Zumalacárregui, the team published a paper in Physical Review Letters with a genuinely clever idea. Instead of trying to detect the black holes directly, they proposed watching what happens to the light of distant stars that happen to pass behind them. Here's the concept, and I'll break it down simply. Black holes are so massive that they actually bend space itself around them, and when light from a distant star passes close to a black hole, that bent space acts like a lens, bending and focusing the starlight. This effect is called gravitational lensing. It's a real well-documented phenomenon. Einstein predicted it over a century ago, and astronomers have observed it many times with single black holes and massive galaxy clusters. When a single black hole lenses a star, it can make that star appear brighter for a moment as its light gets focused and magnified. But for this to be really dramatic, the alignment has to be almost perfect. The star, the black hole, and Earth all have to line up in a very specific way. Now here's the breakthrough part. When you have two black holes, not one, orbiting each other in a tight binary, the lensing effect becomes much more powerful and much more interesting. Two black holes together create what's called a caustic curve, a diamond-shaped region in space where the gravitational lensing effect is dramatically amplified. Dr. Zumalacárregui explained it perfectly. He said the chances of starlight being hugely amplified increase enormously for a binary compared to a single black hole. And because the two black holes are orbiting each other, that diamond-shaped caustic curve isn't sitting still. It's constantly moving, rotating, and changing shape as the black holes circle one another. So if a bright star happens to lie in the path that this moving caustic curve sweeps across, Every single time the curve passes over that star, the star will flash, brighten dramatically for a moment, then fade back to normal, then flash again the next time the pattern sweeps past. A repeating flash, at regular intervals, coming from a star that otherwise looks completely normal. That repeating flash is the fingerprint of a hidden black hole binary. What these flashes can tell us. This is where the discovery becomes really exciting for scientists, because these flashes aren't just a yes or no signal that a black hole pair exists. They're actually a goldmine of information. By carefully studying the timing of the flashes, how often they repeat, how bright each one is, and how that brightness changes over time, astronomers can work out remarkable details about the black hole pair causing them. They can estimate the mass of each black hole, they can calculate how fast the pair is orbiting each other, and because these binary systems are slowly losing energy by emitting gravitational waves, ripples in space-time itself, the black holes are gradually spiraling closer together over time. That means their orbit speeds up, and that means the flashing pattern from the star behind them will slowly change too. By watching how the flash pattern evolves, scientists can actually track the black hole pair's slow death spiral toward an eventual collision. Watching in real time, across years of observation, two of the most massive objects in the universe edging closer to merging. Now there's an important detail here. A single black hole pair won't necessarily flash a star very often. Researchers say it might only happen once every few years for any given star and black hole pair combination. That sounds rare, but here's the thing. The universe has an enormous number of galaxies, and potentially an enormous number of these hidden binary systems. If scientists scan huge areas of the sky, observing millions of stars across thousands of galaxies, the rare individual events start adding up into a real, detectable population. That's exactly the kind of survey upcoming telescopes are built for. Who's going to find them? This new method isn't just theoretical, it's specifically designed with real upcoming telescopes in mind. The Vera C. Rubin Observatory in Chile, which just began its legacy survey of space and time, is built to scan enormous portions of the sky, repeatedly, over and over, for years. That's exactly the kind of survey you need to catch rare, repeating flashes scattered across millions of stars. And NASA's Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope, which is being prepared right now, is designed for exactly this kind of wide-field, deep sky monitoring. It will be capable of watching huge swaths of the sky simultaneously, looking for subtle, repeating changes in starlight. Between these two next-generation observatories, scientists now have both the theoretical method and the technological tools to actually go hunting for these hidden black hole pairs for the first time in history. And here's why this matters beyond just finding cool objects in space. For years, scientists have been trying to detect supermassive black hole mergers using gravitational wave detectors, instruments built to catch ripples in space-time caused by massive cosmic collisions. But the space-based gravitational wave detectors capable of catching supermassive black hole mergers, like the planned LISA mission, aren't expected to be fully operational for years. This new lensing method could let astronomers find these binary systems years, even potentially decades before those gravitational wave detectors come online. Professor Coxis called this possibility extremely exciting because it opens the door to true multi-messenger studies, studying the same cosmic event using completely different kinds of signals, light in this case, well before we can confirm it with gravitational waves. It's like having an early warning system for cosmic collisions that are still years away from happening. Why this matters for understanding the universe. Here's the bigger picture behind all of this. Every time two galaxies merge, which has happened constantly throughout the history of the universe, including likely in our own galaxy's past, their central black holes eventually merge too. Understanding how often this happens, how fast these binary systems form, and how quickly they spiral toward collision tells scientists something fundamental about how galaxies, outbursts, and the entire structure of the universe actually grow and evolve over cosmic time. Right now, scientists have only confirmed a tiny handful of these tightly bound supermassive black hole pairs. We genuinely don't know how common they are. Are there dozens scattered across nearby galaxies? Hundreds? Thousands? This new detection method could finally answer that question, And in doing so, it could reveal an entire hidden population of cosmic giants that have been invisibly dancing toward collision this entire time, completely undetected, right under our noses, hiding behind the simple flicker of distant starlight. So here's where this leaves us. Two supermassive black holes, each potentially millions or billions of times heavier than our sun, locked in an invisible orbital dance somewhere out in the universe, completely undetectable by direct observation, and yet they leave a fingerprint. A subtle, repeating flicker in the light of a distant star caused by the bending of space itself. Scientists haven't found one of these systems using this method yet, but the tools to start looking, the Vera Rubin Observatory, the Roman Space Telescope, are coming online in the very near future. We may be on the verge of discovering an entire hidden population of colliding cosmic giants. Objects we've always known should exist, but have never actually seen. Drop a comment below. If scientists do find one of these binary black hole pairs, what do you think we'll learn from watching it spiral toward collision? Let me know. And if you're new here, this is Beyond Orbit. We dig into the real science behind the universe's biggest mysteries. Subscribe, hit the bell. I'll see you in the next one.